Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Mr. Noor. How are you?
Hold on 1 second. Let me mute your stream. Okay, can you hear me?
I do hear you. Please just be sure you mute YouTube so we don't have duplicated voice.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me put on my headphones. Actually, God willing.
All right. Keep YouTube running, but just to mute the sound.
I think it's actually coming from my speakers and not your YouTube, because I already muted it. So
yeah, all right. So what do you want to say to us, Mr. No?
Well, so I think we should keep it organized a little bit. So if you want to just ask me a few questions, whatever you think about Islam, I can answer it, God willing, and then I can just ask you questions and we can kind of...
No, I don't want to ask you the questions. I want you to tell me something good about Islam, anything. Feel free. How you can convince you? Because we have like 800 Christians maybe listening. And God knows how many later thousands will listen to this, and we are liking the truth. How you can prove to those Christians that Islam is from God?
Yeah, that's fine. So the core teaching of Islam is to reverence God alone, submit to God, and to do good and be righteous, as it says over and over in the Quran, and it forbids evil. And clearly says that those who believe and do good works will go to paradise, God willing, and hell is the abode of the criminals. The main teaching. That's what everything falls under in Islam.
So is good work including you beat them up and that will give them deeds to go to paradise?
Beat who up?
Yeah, like here the hadith in front of us here, it says that the Prophet saying that the one who he beat him up, he made a condition with Allah that he will give him reward. So the Prophet, he beat you, or even he cursed you, or even he said a bad word to your mother or your father, like, you know, dirty language, and that will give you blessing from Allah, and obviously that will take you to heaven. Is that the way to go to heaven?
No, that doesn't make any sense. And I don't follow hadiths, and I don't believe them anyway, because there's no way to verify them. They're just written hundreds of years after he's gone.
No, this is Sahih. Okay, so you believe in the Quran only? You don't believe in the Hadith?
Yeah, no, because the Quran is from God. Hadiths were just invented by men for what they thought that they heard him say. They're additional books, and there's no way to really verify whether or not he said that.
All right. What about the Quran? If there's any way to verify that he said anything in the Quran? What is the proof that the Quran is from God anyway? How you can prove to us
I'm okay
that the Quran is from God?
Well,
you said you want to verify. Yes. How you can verify?
Well, I don't think that there's a way to prove it 100%. I believe it is. However, there is some evidence that it is.
Like what?
Just based off what it teaches. Well, like the prose and how it's written, how clear it is.
How clear?
Just the overall style.
I don't know.
How clear it is.
My friend, as I know, the Quran says nobody understands the Quran save Allah. So how clear it is?
It says it's in a clear Quran. I know you can hear the typing, but I'll find the...
No problem. Take your time.
Yeah, so 3669, in the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. We did not teach him poetry, nor does he need it. This is a reminder in a clear Quran. And it tells us to think and to reflect about it. At the same time...
So 39, correct? It says that the Quran is clear, correct?
3669, yeah, it's a
59? 59?
3669.
3669, sorry. All right. So here the Quran is so clear, correct?
Yeah, there are some ayat in there that are purposely not clear, but
purposely, what is
in general it's a clear Quran.
What do you mean?
Well, 3:7 explains it best. So it says, he is the one who sent down to you the book from which there are law-giving revelations. They are the essence of the book, and others which are of a similitude. As for those who have disease in their hearts, they will follow that which is of a similitude, seeking to confuse and seeking to derive their interpretation, but none know its interpretation except God, those who are well-founded in knowledge. They say, we believe in it, all is from our Lord, and none will remember except those who possess intelligence. So, how do you interpret of a similitude? So it's saying it is a clear Quran, and those who are well-founded in knowledge will understand it, who are guided by God. But there are also some that can misinterpret it.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It says that those who they are not understand it. Those who believe, they say, those who have knowledge, they will say, we believe. So to be considered as a scholar in Islam is not about understanding, it's about saying, I believe. Which means
that doesn't make sense. Knowledge is so important. 3:7 says, and those who are well founded in knowledge. So it's true that we believe in it. I have belief as well. There is some faith, like believing in God, because we can't see them, but we still have knowledge.
Let us prove what you just said. In the same chapter, I'm not going to ask you from different chapter, chapter 36. And you are the one who said to me, this chapter here, saying to us, or this verse 69, saying that Allah, He made the Quran very clear, correct?
Right.
All right. So how the Quran says in the same chapter that وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا, and the sun runs into its own course. What is
Which
that?
one is that?
The same chapter.
I mean, I've read the Quran over 5 times, but I don't have it memorized yet. So
yeah, no problem. Chapter 36, the same chapter you gave me. Verse
I see it. Yeah, 36.
Verse number 38. Okay. As long you say to us the Quran is so clear. Okay, what does that mean? The sun run. Do the sun run?
Well, it says the sun runs to a specific destination.
Okay, what is the best?
Such as the design of the noble, the knowledgeable.
What is that?
Well, it's what we see. I mean, we see the sun in the sky. It's the same destination every time. So that's a specific destination.
But this doesn't mean Allah is wrong, because the sun is not running anywhere. So Allah, He see as we see, or He see different?
Well, that's petty semantics. I mean, it's running in an orbit.
Yeah, but He's
doesn't matter if you say run or orbit.
He's talking about, you just said how we see the sun. That's mean that the sun setting, sunset, sunrise, correct?
I mean, you can say that water is running. You know, is that wrong?
No, the water is running. Yes,
water is running.
No, water is running. If it's running,
it doesn't literally run.
No, it does.
It doesn't literally run, just like the sun. It moves.
No, it does. It
just
does.
Like the sun.
The water run. The water move from A to B.
Water has legs. You're saying that water can run with legs? Water doesn't have legs.
My friend, running have nothing to do.
I'm saying
running have to do nothing to do.
Okay,
remember. First of all, you are not reading the Quran in Quran is not meant to be in English. In Arabic, it says tajri.
It actually is
tajri. No, it's in Arabic. Tajri.
Yeah, I know.
The word tajri, it's mean you run. You run. It's running from location to location. Now, you said and you agreed that this is about how we see the sun. So Allah speaking here about the sun setting, the sun rising. But this is absolutely false. The sun does not set, the sun does not rise.
All it says is that it runs to a specific destination, and running is interpreted the same way that water is running. Okay. It moves to a certain destination, which it does every single day. It's just a
all right. If we go just 2 verses down, you can read the verse before it. You can read the verse before it, and the moon after it have measured in their mansion. The Quran believe that the moon have mansions, and this is what the religions before believe, that the moon he have mansions, he live in the places, and he move from place to place. And people, even the Sabian, they used to go, and when the moon disappear, they go to a second town to welcome him in the other town, because this is a new moon. Now here you notice that the moon have houses, and he says to you, and he run in the old way, as it was in the old way. But this is not true. I mean, this is false. Now if you go in verse number 40, it says, it's not permitted for the sun to catch up the moon, nor can the night outstrip the day. Each just swim along in its own orbit. Is that correct?
Yeah, swimming in an orbit. But let's take one thing at a time. It's also important to quote the Quran correctly and not just interpret it, like not just use your own words every time. So 36:39 says, and the moon we have measured it to appear in stages until it returns like an old palm sheath. which it does. It's like the different stages of the moon, which is.
But he says it lives in mansions.
And
is that true? There's mansions for the moon?
No, I'd say that in the Quran.
It says?
It says it appears.
It says it's in front of us. Everybody can read. I'm reading your Muslim translation, not my translation.
Yeah, which one are you talking about? 36, 39?
Yes.
Yeah, it says in the moon we have new appear in stages.
What?
So if you want to read from the one that I read from, it's the monotheist translation.
What translation you are reading?
Here, I'll post it in chat. You can Google it. It's called a monotheist translation. Otherwise, you can go here.
Monotheist? What does that mean, monotheist?
Yeah, monotheist means one monotheist. That's what we reverence one God.
That is a new form. Monotheist. Let me see if we have it here.
Yeah.
Monotheist.
It says it in it as well. It talks about monotheism.
Okay. Yeah, but my friend, do you speak Arabic?
Only some. I don't speak it fluently because it's not my native tongue. But I should learn it.
This translation is absolutely false, my friend. It says, وَالْقَمَرُ قَدَّرْنَا مَنَازِلَ حَتَّى عَادَ كَالْأَرْجُونُ الْقَدِيمِ. So it says the word manazil. So how this guy who ever translated this translation, he said, you can copy this word manazil as you see on the screen, post it in Google, and you will see it mean houses or mansions. So this is a false translation.
Well, there's lots of translations that translated that says the moon we have measured it to appear in stages, and Arabic is a rich language and it doesn't have a single word definition all the time.
My friend, you said us not to give wrong interpretation. So how we can give interpretation for the Quran according to you?
How do you interpret the Quran? Well, you should think for yourself and ask God for knowledge and wisdom, and also consider the opinions of others.
You could not answer me. You are the one who said to me. You gave me verse number 39. Remember?
36, 39.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
Saying to me that the Quran is so clear, the same chapter, right? But here I'm asking you now, how Allah he says such a thing? That the sun run into its course. You could not answer. You said that we see the sun every day.
No, I did answer it. It does run its course. So it runs to its destination every day. It runs the same way that water.
The earth is going around itself.
It's not listed.
The earth goes around itself. This is how the day happened.
No. The sun rotates. It runs to a specific destination, just like it says. It's like water. A river can run to a destination.
Okay, so according to you, when the sun set every day, it's not the earth going around itself. This is the sun going from point A to point B, from east to west.
Yeah, and even no matter what you believe about it is also speculation. There's no point even debating that because you have no way to measure what it's doing besides what you can observe on Earth or what you trust what others say, because you have no experiment that you can do for yourself to determine what it's actually doing. You know what I mean? So it's pointless to argue about that.
So, but
there's no way for either of us to prove it.
No problem. I will not argue about that. But you just confirm, and everybody heard you, that according to you, according to the Quran, as you understand it, the sun every day goes from the east to the west, correct?
Well, it's how do I say it? It's nitpicky. I mean, the sun does its course every single day, just like it says, it runs to a specific destination every day. You know, and has its cycles. I mean, there's nothing more to really argue about in that sense. You know?
So, so now I will not going to argue. Well, this is your opinion, and you think it looks like you know better than me about science. But the Quran says, as long as you agree that the sun goes from point A to point B every day, some morning, afternoon, and night, the Quran says that the sun sets in the murky water. What do you think?
Okay, so I'll continue to answer, God willing, but I also want to ask you a few things as well. So for now, I'm letting you talk about the Quran and ask about the Quran, which I'm fine with. But I also wanted to discuss Christianity and a few things that you might believe as well.
No problem, but our topic is Islam, but I don't know why you want to change.
Well, it's Islam and Christianity because you're a Christian. It's not just Islam.
No problem. Let us finish this. So now the suns run every day from A to B, according to you. And then the sun set in the murky water, chapter 18, verse number 86.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. Let me read it again. Yeah, until he reached the setting of the sun, he found a setting at a hot spring, and he found people near it who said, "Oh, two-horned one, either you shall punish, you shall do them good." I don't know what this means. I don't know what God means by it.
But
Just
remember, my
because the
friend,
Quran is clear,
you told me
doesn't
the
well
Quran.
understand
You told me
everything.
that the Quran is clear.
It is clear,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean that anyone. Well, some things that God teach that we haven't learned yet, and nobody on this earth might know yet.
So what do you mean? What you know? A second ago, you told me that the sun goes every day from point A to point B, which everybody knows.
Well, just like you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Everybody knows that what you said to me a minute ago. The sun does not go anywhere. The sun does not set, and you said no. This is what happened, and everybody in the chat don't agree with you. This is scientifically already proven to be false. So the Quran, according to you, the Quran is a false book teaching such a false information. And now we are showing you Allah saying the sun set in the murky water. And instead of saying to me, I agree with Allah, yes, the sun swim every day and sit in the murky water, and maybe this is what it's meant, that the sun run in its course, as you said. This is the course of the sun. Every day go from the east to the west, and then jump in the muddy, dirty, hot water.
Well, so the first we're talking about running to a specific destination, there's no problem with that, even if some people disagree. It runs to a specific destination, as I've explained like 4 times. There's nothing wrong with that. It's exactly what it says. That's clear. As far as 1886, it can be interpreted, well, how it says. So it says, until he reached the setting of the sun, he found it setting at a hot spring, which means he could be at a hot spring and he found it setting. It's, even if things are perfectly clear, some people might interpret things different ways.
Okay,
just like the Bible, you don't understand everything that the Bible might say. You have different interpretations.
Okay, hold on. Here, if we go here, it says, first, who is the one who's talking in this verse?
Who is it talking about?
Who is talking? No, who is talking? Who is the one saying until he reached, when he reached? Who's talking?
Well, it's the word of God, so it's God talking.
Okay, so Allah is talking. Yeah, Allah is talking.
Yeah.
Allah, he says, until when he, so he's talking about what? Talking about someone else. Until
someone else.
Okay, until is what? Is about timing, correct? Timing and location. Until when he reached the setting of the sun. How he can reach that? Where is that?
Yeah, I don't know, but he did actually get to where it sets. This idea that it just is a million miles away is nonsense, and I don't believe that, and neither of us can prove it either. You can believe what people tell you if you want to believe it without proof.
No. You see, I'm talking to you, my friend. I'm talking to you. I don't care about what people will tell me. I'm trying to find out from you what you believe in this. You said the Quran is...
So it can be figurative as well.
Okay.
Reaching the setting of the sun, meaning timing.
No.
Like,
it says, my friend.
Yeah, until you reach that time.
No, my friend, listen carefully. Let me explain to you. Here it says, Allah is reporting a story about a man, his name is Zulqarnain. And this guy, he keep walking, he follow a road. And this is took him years. And then when he reached the sitting place of the sun, he found it set in a spring of murky water. So now Allah is reporting for us supposedly what is a fact. He is telling us things we do not know. What happened to a guy who passed in time before us, correct? Okay. So when he say he found the sitting place of the sun, where is that? How that can be true? The sun set everywhere. Look what he said.
It doesn't set everywhere. It goes below the horizon. That's all we know. Or it sets in a literal spring.
No. So you believe that the sun set in the water, according to you?
I don't believe it, but I think that it could be possible, according to this. I mean, that's how you could interpret it.
That's possible. So, according to Mr. Noor, that it's possible that the sun set in the murky water and goes from the
in a hot spring,
in a hot water. Murky. Okay. Actually, yes, it's hot. I agree with you because the water.
Well, it does. say dark.
Hamia. I mean two things, by the way. Hamia is a you know, when they make I don't know what they call it in English. Like when
It's
they
okay.
when they make the bricks, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
the water of that brick, you know, it have to be hot, and then even the brick itself, they burn it after that. So the Quran confirmed that the sun every day goes and jump in that pool, which is a spring of murky water. But how big the sun is, the sun, and how big this spring of murky water? The sun is so big. Do you think the sun is like a small lamp or something?
Well, it's definitely not as big as they teach us because it's also the same size as the moon. Besides when it's being viewed through like the atmosphere and it's distorted when the low, but when it's like up in the sky, it's the same size. And this idea that these extreme distances apart is ridiculous. That it's just like coincidence. But we don't know how big it is. So nobody does unless again you
So
trust
you think like that maybe the sun is like in this small and jump in the swimming pool because it's a spring of water. How big is it going to be?
Well, it could say that. I mean, look how big the Earth is.
Yeah.
It's
But
not
let me ask
likely.
you, this spring of water is where? Is it in the earth?
We don't know. It's wherever the sun sets.
But the
What it's
Quran is
talking
clear.
about. Nobody knows where it
But
is.
the Quran is clear.
It is clear, but it's not an encyclopedia of everything. Just like you know, the Bible is. It doesn't explain every single thing.
All right, that's enough. So as you see, this is one of the reasons to convert to Islam. It make you look like a fool, and you will talk as a fool, and you will become a fool. This guy, God knows how old is he. He believe in what is written in the Quran that yes, the sun jump every day, go all the way from the east, go to the west, and there's a place where the sun set, and that place is a dirty hot water. Now you still don't want to convert to Islam? Don't you want to think the same way? Don't you want to earn the same knowledge? Don't you want to be smart? Don't you want to, when you like, imagine how it feel to be this, like to be this guy. He's talking and there's hundreds of people listening to him saying the sun jump every day wearing her bikini and jump in the swimming pool, which is hot water. For sure, it's going to be hot water. You think the sun is poor? She will not be able to find a jacuzzi? Are you kidding me? And here you see the healthy style of the sun. The sun every day jump in jacuzzi. I mean, how many of us can afford that or have some such a luxury? That's what Islam can do to you. You convert to Islam, immediately you put your brain on the shelf. If you don't dump it in the sink. Now, do we have any Muslim would like to give us a call? Do we have any Muslim would like to give us a call? Anyone? By the way, somebody in the chat said yesterday in the text of the video, he said, Christian Prince, when the guy, he said to him, do you agree with the Bible saying, etc. Christian Prince right away he says, I agree, so he would not allow him to ask the question. How foolish of you. He asked me the question, and the question was, do you agree? I said, I agree. You see, this is the difference between the Muslims and us. The Muslims, 99.9% of them, always they try to fabricate meaning, to fabricate articles about Islam, to fabricate stories, change the meaning, because obviously they are ashamed of their book. Well, we are not. I agree. Do you agree? Who is a Muslim here? He agree with his God. For me, I like to convert to Islam because simply I like to see women bones. I don't know. I think I have an obsession with women bones. Imagine you have a wife. Actually, sorry, not wife. Many of them. Actually, they are not even wives. They are created just for sex, which means you don't even know them. Allah, brother, He will give us women who we can see through the marrow of their bones. You know, if I show you now, like I want to cook, I like always to buy meat have bones. See, I told you I have obsession with bones. I don't know why, and even it tastes good. Really, the soup tastes so good. So here, Allah, He knew your need. He knew what is the beauty. He will give you women who you can see the marrow of their bones. So good to be true. So beautiful. So amazing. And that is additional reason to convert to Islam. Why you don't want to convert to Islam? Give me a reason. There is no reason. Here we go. Science, we have. Logic, we have. Beauty, we have. I mean, who can beat such a promise of a beauty? Women which are transparent. So good to be true. You will be sitting in your couch according to Allah, and women in front of you, very sexy. Look, this girl here, she is saying she is sexy, and you know it. So we have a God who promised us such a beautiful promises. Look at this. Oh man. Women in heaven, we will see the marrow of their bones. What is the maximum beauty you can have or you desire to have as a man? I mean, who can beat that? And you are telling me there's no reason to convert to Islam. Look at this. I cannot look. I mean, I'm being tempted now. This is so beautiful. I don't know what she have here. Is that poo-poo? Is that poo-poo? Maybe. So it's so beautiful, brother. Mm. Do we have any Muslim have anything to say? I mean, your prophet, he could not really give us a promise better than this. We will see the marrow of the bones of the women. Why? I mean, are we zombie? So when the prophet he speak, is he even imagining what he just told us? Like, did he draw an image in his head of what he just said? Beautiful, pure, transparent. The women in the heaven, they will be transparent. They will see the marrow of the bones, even the marrow, not only the bones. No. You go deeper. Deep in even the marrow of their bones. I mean, look at this. I guess those who work in the security in the airport, they are in heaven already. I guess. They see this all day long. Do we have any Muhammadan want to tell us something useful to convert us to Islam? Anyone? This is why I find it funny when a Muslim speak about the logic, the reasoning to convert to Islam. Yeah, the reasoning. Here we go. People, they are doing yoga and we arrest them for doing what? For doing yoga. What is the reasoning? I will tell you. Because this is not Islamic. You see the beautiful reasoning of Islam? It's not Islamic to do yoga. So what we do? We arrest you for doing yoga. We arrest you for singing. We arrest you for playing chess. Actually, the first bicycle arrived to Saudi Arabia, this is a long time ago, was arrested. Why? Because they accused this bicycle to be the bike of the genie. You know, when you hear those news, you feel like you are coming in the cave time. I mean, what is that, man? Like what the crime the people did? They did yoga.